Hello everyone and welcome back to my Timberborn series where we play the Iron Thief on the Lakes map. Last time we've made, significant progress in setting the stage for our insane energy expansion. So we're currently in a bad tide. It will take 17 days, and because we're in a bad tide I will stop these water pumpers. So we definitely have enough water for our food supply to continuously keep working. And otherwise we do have, I do need to raise this, forgot this. So this is now back up to 0.9. I mean the flow over here should stop any second now. So we've lost a little bit of water, but I think overall it's not too bad. And we were working on connecting this part up here. I've just noticed, because we haven't built the nut cruncher yet, number cruncher, not nut cruncher, we can actually put these in place as well, set them to the highest priority, and then have our builders wrap these up so this power will actually reach our metal block smelters. And once we have that, we're definitely good to go. Goes above contamination of 5%. Should kind of match this to the one that comes after. Now, this worries me not so much, really. This worries me a little bit more. But I think the way we've created this, it actually made this energy production much more efficient. So we're almost there. If the builders finally come in, great, you have half built this and then went to bed. Excellent. We're actually going to go back to the 16-hour workday because we do not need them to work 24 hours. 2.6 thousand water. So I think we're definitely okay in terms of drinking water with our 54 beavers. There shouldn't be a problem. We could reduce our haulers by 4 and increase our builders by 4. I don't think we need to do that right now either. And they are still building this, but they should have already and they have finished this. So now our metal production is back in business. We're supplying 791 and we only needed 200. So that will, bring us a long way. One thing that we should consider though is ultimately expanding this, although I don't think we need it right now. I think we will focus in this episode mostly on the energy production. We had increased our explosive production as well, which means we could also very likely just set all of this up and be fully done with it, which could also be very, very nice. There are a lot of options of what we can do. I think for now we're going to stop the second bad water pump. I don't think we need that much bad water, even though we currently have 3 of them producing. Let's see, supply is around 500, demand is 1,200, so our batteries are slowly being drained, which means our power supply up here should be our priority. And like I said, they are working really hard on this, and we're actually going to pause a few more of the inventors, turn on the builder hut, just to make sure we have more builders that can start bringing stuff up here. And with these 5 water pumps now out of commission, we will definitely be all right. So now we have only 3 open positions, meaning we have 7 haulers, which is excellent. And we're still good with in terms of our builders. So 13 days left, 2,400 water. Maybe we should actually turn one of the water pumpers on. I think we will. I think we should be okay with our water storage up here. So that our food supply is guaranteed. We're at a good solid 1,200, which is great. We're a little bit low on the mangrove fruits. I guess they do take a while to grow, but our gatherer is, gathering as efficient, I guess, as he can. So, it's just what it is. All right, what else? We do have the Tapo Shack. He's just sat on his butt, which, overall, also not too bad. We could actually start pre-building some of the treated planks, and I think I will actually set this up. So, having done that, they're all back to sleep. They're soon gonna start again, and we have made a significant progress in terms of the platforms that are supposed to be built up here. We do not need this last platform, so I am going to remove it, just again to be a little bit more efficient. Once the platforms are fully in, I want to make sure they build this one next. And I guess I can also high prioritize this, because once the platforms are in, that does remind me, I had set them on second lowest or second highest priority, so we're now going to speed this up by setting them on highest priority. Well, not speed them up, but set them in the right order. So they will definitely finish building these platforms and then move on to the actual power or water wheels. In this case, bad water wheels. We are still putting our resources into here. So only need 100 metal blocks and 114 gears, which means this will definitely be done. Well, definitely be done before the next drought, maybe even done before this bad tide ends. And with that, we would have a continuous power supply and a continuous bad water supply, which is also great. I've now turned this guy back on as our bad water supply is dwindling. I guess having 3 of these is quite bad water intense. So they are still building this, and I'm very excited because once they're done with this here, they will move on to the explosives and then kind of hopefully build all of this up. We have an insane amount of injured beavers. Again, not entirely sure why. Maybe it's the distance that they travel. Like, the longer the distance it is, they need to traverse in order to get to their workplace, the higher the chance that they will actually injure themselves. Anyways, 6 injured beavers, 6 open position. That means once they are healed, we are back to equilibrium, which is great. Our water supply is slowly going down, but I'm definitely not worried. 10 days, 2,200 water, which means we have 220 water per day. So even if every beaver would be drinking full water a day, we would basically just break even. So I'm pretty sure it's not that much water that they actually drink. So, we should be okay. All right, so they're almost done with the platforms. The last few materials go in, and we're also going to high prioritize this now. Although while we build this, we will actually not be able to use it until we connected all of this up. But overall, I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. What we could additionally do, instead of connecting them up here like this, we could put in 2 gravity batteries next to each other, here, and technically 1 here, which would give us 4, 6, 7 batteries. Let's actually check how expensive is a battery. That is way too expensive, so we're not going to do that. Let's see. How is our supply looking? Food is good, wood is good. Most of this is okay. We're using still a lot of gears and metal blocks, but we're getting really close to the discharge being built. Our metal supply is looking okay too. They are doing all right as well. So overall, I would say not too bad, not too bad. Let's also, I have super high prioritized this without finishing this or this. Bit of an awkward situation, I guess, but nothing to worry about. All right. Quick sip. Now we're again full of power. And we will... What will we do now? Kind of we're waiting for this to be done. But, you know, waiting is a bit boring. So we should try to consider expanding. We do have 5 empty beds. We do have enough water and enough food for more beavers. So you know what we're going to do? We are going to replace one of our breeding pods with an adult one. And we're slowly going to replace them. Costs 1,000 science, 5 treated planks, and some metal blocks. That is fine. We do have the science, we do have the metal blocks, and I have turned this on, so we do have the treated planks. So we're going to replace one. Actually, let's immediately replace 2. And then super high prioritize both of these. As they are wrapping up the area up here, and there's everything already in that big water wheel, and not everything yet in these connecting pieces. Actually, in this one there is. So we're almost there. And I can already put this in, put that on high priority. Let's see how they're doing over here with these. Nothing yet. I guess that kind of makes sense, as they are rushing to finish the bits and pieces up here. All right, so 2 logs left, they're in, this is built, this only needs 1 log, so almost there. Destroy this, destroy this. That I've put in later after these, I think, so hopefully they are actually not putting stuff in here. And for a brief moment, I will actually lower the priority of this, just to make sure our metal blocks will reach our new breeding pods. So we get new, I want to say genetically enhanced beavers. It's a little bit weird, because it takes 5 berries and 5 extract instead of water, which means we're mutating our berries into beavers. Well, don't know if that makes any less sense than the previous. We're gonna mix water and berries together and let them ferment until a beaver pops out. But, you know, it'll be okay. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. Alright, great. First one is in. Waiting for berries, waiting for extract. We do have a decent amount of extract. We should probably unpause this now as well. Have 1 beaver keep producing extract, since we have now continuous need for it. And then the second one, it's just 1 metal block missing. So overall, not too bad. In the meantime, let's look up here. They are building this now, which again, excellent. I'm going to high prioritize all of these now. And I'm also going to remove this. Put another, actually I'm not going to high prioritize, I'm going to semi-high prioritize these. And I'm going to put in the connecting bits. This one here, this one there. Super high prioritize this one, so that one will be built real fast, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Because once this is built, I think we can put in the next connector and then should be done. So now we have 2 of these genetically mutated breeding pods. Does not look healthy, but I guess that's alright. Also a bit of a weird sound it makes, but I guess that's okay too. And I'm wondering if we should just replace those as well. But for now, let's see how far we get with 2. They might actually produce too many beavers for us to, you know, be able to feed. So it'll be worthwhile just keeping an eye on it. Alright, now we have super high prioritized this one. We're already putting in the next connection just to be ready. This one's almost ready to be fully built as well. What does our bad water source discharge say? All the gears, most of the gears are in. We are lacking some metal blocks. We're also currently lacking some, nope, not anymore. Just gonna say we're lacking some haulers, and that is all right now as well. Where I'm actually going to pause the rations again. We do not really need that many rations. They are really filling up the explosives. So I think I'm also going to put in another explosive storage. Might have been worthwhile investing in this. 250 science. You know what? Let's do this. So I'm going to destroy this. Going to put the large warehouse in. Set this to explosives. But first of all, high prioritize this. Needs 60 logs. We got 60 logs. It needs 80 planks. We got just about 80 planks. So I am going to pause the wood workshop. And I am going to activate the second lumber mill instead. Alright. Didn't keep track of it, that we were running so low on planks. They are throwing everything into this, which is good. These need planks as well. So now that water wheel is in as well, which means we can also start deleting the path over here. Just need to be real careful that I'm not accidentally deleting everything that we had built over here. So they are still working on this. It's fully in. Explosives can go in now. Could replace this, but might as well leave it. And these will definitely be used for additional production. So let's see. They have put the wood in, but then stopped again. I'm not entirely sure why they would do that. Wish sometimes they would just finish those last 2 hammer swings and then just be done with it. But, you know, it is what it is. One thing that I'm very excited about after this episode, we should be pretty okay in terms of power supply for the rest of the season. Minus our little industrial area back here. Which makes me wonder if I should even build this over there. And I should probably not. I should probably put the number crunchers up here. And you know what? I am going to do that. So as we are moving away from that area back there, we will put in number crunchers 2, I want to say, up here. Create our little science district, so to speak. Although it will all be automatic, which is a shame because, you know, science can be fun, is fun. I guess that's for everyone themselves to decide. But, you know, I might be a bit biased. Right. Deleting a bit of the path here already as well. We have high prioritized this, so we are finishing this. Everything is in these water wheels already, which is great. We are lacking beavers, a good amount of beavers. 8 are injured. Again, what is happening? I guess once this is built, they don't actually need to travel all this way anymore. So overall, they should then be okay. Again, I would hope so. Don't want our beavers to get injured. That is one of the reasons why we built our little medical area. And maybe we should actually have a quick look at this again, because you know, not to pat myself on the back too much, but this looks awesome. Oh, and they actually have finished building the detailers. Here we are, baby beaver. Bit too early maybe. Pause, sorry. Said I wouldn't want to pause, but I do want to see it. Look at that tail. Very pretty. Alright, he got his tattoo. Great. We still have 3 more injured beavers. So we probably need a little bit more infirmary space. What I am going to do, you're going to be gone. I'm going to activate you instead. And we're going to expand our healthcare zone up here. Just add another, let's say, let's do another full set of these. 3 of these. And then the bushes that go in here as well. Make these the highest priority. Again, a bit of a shame that our beavers seem to be very prone to injury. But once this is built, we should have enough. 9 are incapacitated, and we have only 6 infirmary beds. So with the next day, the bad water tide has ended, which means we will need to redirect our people, well, beavers, to be able to work the water pumps. While I do say that, I don't want to do it yet. We're so close to finishing this up and having a great amount of power supply that will ultimately be able to support our entire beaver civilization. Can actually put this in already, as long as they build all of these before they finish this. Might be a bit close, but we'll see. Worst case, I just need to throw one of to destroy one of these again, and then we'll still be okay. I have now built this recovery area as well, which is good. It was the end of the day. How is the water supply over there looking? So this is letting out now bad water, which is good. It's all like moving in and over there. This is not quite going through. This should very soon let all the water through again. And then we can focus on putting our water pumpers back online. That was actually not too bad, because this gave us enough time with our builders to basically finish this. There's only a few more resources that are missing here. And water is returning in this section here. And as soon as this is done, technically as soon as this is done, they have finished now the power shafts, which means we're now producing 1,200 power, and with that it will increase by another 200, I want to say. And with that we have excellent power supply, so not much to worry about here. We do need to clean this up a little bit, so let me just quickly high prioritize this for our haulers. Now, water is still not tipping over, but it will any second now. And any second now, our water wheel up here should be done. And it is done. Great. So now we can unpause all of our water pumpers. And then pause one of our building huts again, just to make sure we're relatively balanced. But we have created a great amount of power supply in this episode. And very soon, only 64 metal blocks left. We will also have infinite power, as this will never dry out, and we'll be laughing. All right, let's see what else we can do. So this is working okay. No worries here. The water has tipped over now. Drought is approaching. We're still at 1,600 water. We're still pumping now with everyone on deck. Great. Again, not too worried about this. I would love to get this done before the drought. I was so sure it would happen. With 3 days left, might not quite work out. This is in part because we don't have enough scrap metal. That we can definitely fix. Let's quickly build another Gavra flag here. As soon as a builder comes, this is basically done. It doesn't need any resources. And will he immediately jump in? He will not. But now we have 2 Gavras, which will ultimately supply us with all the scrap metal that we need. And hopefully, get us much closer to this and infinite power supply. We will be okay either way, because even if the drought hits us, we've built an engine here that is currently on pause, which is fine, but we can just turn this on and then we're good to go. We will keep producing our metal blocks, only 39 left, and almost 2,000 water left. I think we've kind of beaten the game already. And this will only improve once they actually put in all the dynamite over here, which should happen soon-ish, I want to say. Not entirely sure what they're currently still building. They have actually put in the clocks, which is great. It does hit all of our houses, which is also great. I forgot to check this. Also built this in here for our beavers, in case they want to, track how fast they're going. I'm actually just going to remove this rubble. Don't need that anymore. And 1.2 days left. I think we will end the episode as soon as we have all the metal blocks in here, which should not take too long, to be honest. Alright, I would love to know what our builders are actually doing. They are actually putting in the dynamite now. So we have 350 dynamite. I don't know how many of these we're trying to build. It used to say it over here. Don't know what happened. I guess I paused the game and loaded it again. And then it just disappeared. Not a big problem, but yeah, just what it is. Alright, 34 metal blocks left. We're missing. Slowly adding to that. Once we have infinite power supply, what is our next step? I think our next step is to release our beavers from manually doing the science, which means we will actually put all of this already in place. Going to add a connection wheel here, even though I don't think we would need that. Yeah, we definitely don't need that, but makes me feel good, so I'm okay with that. And we cannot actually put 2 in there. Interesting. So if we put this one here, we could put another one here if we disconnect this part there. And I think we will do that in the next episode. For now, let's finish this. I do actually need to turn this guy on. And more importantly, I need to turn this guy on. Just so these have enough power to keep producing our metal blocks. 28 left. Does take a while for them to make all of them. In the meantime, I think we can reduce our burden, stopping these 2, also freeing up some workers, which is good. We're also going to pause our deep water pumpers, even though they're called deep water pumpers, but I think they're only 1 deep each. So, there. And you know what? This is taking longer than expected. So I will end this episode right here. And at the beginning of the next time, we will look into our infinite power supply. So thank you everyone for joining, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.